Well, yeah, guys, I mean, this is HD, the Harvest Disseminator. I finally found the Scoob Mystery Machine. Of course, this is part of the movie wave of action figures, and this is the vehicle that comes along with them where you have to buy it separately. It ran me $20. I found it today at the Gentilly Walmart in New Orleans. Of course, you probably may have seen my video where I customized the 50 years Mystery Mobile. It's not scaled to the 1/12 figures. However, this Mystery Machine is. You can get 1/12 figures in that bad boy sitting comfortably. So I'm really excited about this, y'all. We're about to do another custom video. Let's do it. As y'all can see here, this vehicle does sit. Get 1/12 scale, 6-inch figures. This is what I decided to do with the van, y'all. Initially, I was like, I'm gonna make it into a battle van for Punisher, but I just don't think it has the look for it. The shape of the van, this tire compartment up here up front, I just wasn't really feeling it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn it into a hit van. My whole inspiration for this is Carlos Marcello. Carlos Marcello was the, and that's why I love Kingpin so much, man. Kingpin is my favorite villain. You know, growing up here in New Orleans, man, Carlos Marcello was like a legend. You know, he was the mafia boss of the city. He ruled things, man. He ran the state of Louisiana, the city of New Orleans. The dude was just super powerful. And how he came into prominence in his wealth, you know, he was a multi-billionaire, was that he bought a lot of property. So still to this day, you know, you'll see Marcello property vans going down the street. Now, Carlos is dead, but, his progeny inherited everything. And so, they're rankety-jankety vans going down the street, man. Every time I see them, man, I just think of a hit van. So, I think that's going to be kind of my inspiration for this, and I'm going to use it for the goons that work for Kingpin, who in my eyes, is like Carlos Marcello. So check it out, y'all. In the driver's seat, I have Bullseye. You can see Tombstone comfortably sitting over there in the passenger seat, man. It's dope. It really is. Let me show you the back compartment back here. So I had it open up already. You can close those doors. I have Scourge back here. Let me get a light on him back there. You can see him sitting back there with his gun. So we're going to take this thing apart, man. I'm really excited about this. I really think we're gonna get a lot of good use out of it in terms of action figure photography. And so let's get this thing apart. Let's see how many pieces it's in, and we'll customize it from there. These are all of the pieces to the van once you break it completely down. There's a million small screws. You would know that by looking at the van. But there's damn near 35 screws involved. You will need a smaller screwdriver, okay? Because there's some very small screws, so you need one of these like really tiny screwdrivers right here, man, with that tiny head on it, Phillips. So yeah, man. So here are the pieces. This is the bottom of the van right here. I should have showed y'all the light and sound feature to the vehicle, because if you press that tire compartment in the front of the vehicle, it made like a howl from a wolf. The horn beeped. I can't remember everything else. And the lights came on. I'm not sure if I'm going to be able to put it back together like that again. I'm going to try. But there's a little circuit board that you have to connect. And I'm not good with that stuff. But that's what YouTube's for, right? So that's the little speaker right there. So this is the bottom part of it. I'm going to paint this a different color than the top part. The wheels, by the way, y'all, the wheels just pop right off. You pull them right off, all right? So that's what you're going to do with that. What is this right here? The bumpers. Here are the things that I'm not going to paint. I'm not going to paint anything that's gray. I know this one on top of the van, so I'm going to put that back on. I'm not going to paint the bumpers. I'm going to leave those as is, so I'm going to get those out the way. I'm going to use these surfboards probably for something else in the future. I'm not going to put these surfboards back on the van because it just looks kind of cheesy if it's going to be a hit van, right? So I'm going to take those off. This was on top of the van. I will put that back on as well. Maybe I can mount. There are these little things that clip on here. Let's see here. Not sure which one goes in which, but maybe we can get some kind of like weapon up here instead of this horn. There are 3 different things that go on top, so maybe we can customize something. I'm not sure. That actually that bullhorn looks pretty cool. We'll see how it works out, but I'm not going to paint any of this stuff. So all of this will go on the side here. Here's the cool thing with the wheels. I'm not painting the wheels, okay? These are the wheels right here. I'm not going to be painting them at all. So those are the wheels. Here's the cool thing about it. The hubcaps come off. So I will be painting the hubcaps, y'all. Those hubcaps, I had to actually cut off with a little knife part of the little aspect that grabs onto the tire. So you might have to do a little cutting. Just be careful, don't cut your fingers. But those come off. I will be painting these. This was part of the front, I believe, of the van. I can't recall specifically now. I'm going to paint the van white, both inside and outside, but you can take off the seat. I'm going to paint the seat black. So there goes the seat. I'm not going to paint the steering wheel. That comes off, y'all. This goes on the top. I'm not sure if I'm going to put this one back on. I might. We'll see what happens, okay? Let's see what else we're going to paint. The tire compartment. So what I've seen so far is that these stickers, they come off really easy. I'm saying that. Watch me have a hard time with this one on the camera. Nope. Bam, man. Look how beautiful that is. Those stickers come right the hell off, okay? Now, the headlights are clear. I won't be painting those. I'm going to put those on the side. Here goes the windshield over here. Of course, I'm not going to paint the windshield. But leave that as is. Those windshield wipers are painted on there. It looks real nice. Put that on the side. With the main body of the van here, again, I peeled off some stickers already. Maybe that was on the front of the vehicle that I peeled those off on. But watch this, man. They come off really, 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 really easy. Now, if you're watching this video 5 years from now, right now it is May 2020. It may not be as easy. They might really stick. The glue might adhere so much to the van over the years that you might not be able to take it off as easy as I just did. You can save this, man. You know what? I should have gave this to my daughter. Maybe I will, man. I'm sticking on the side somewhere. She has a little sticker collection on her bookshelf. So let me put that right there for right now. I'll tell you what I am going to save. I'm going to take these stickers off right here. For the lights, I'm going to do that off camera because that might take a while. And I'm going to save those and try to put those back on there. So look, y'all saw the stickers, man. They come off really easily with very, very, very little issue. Here we go again. You don't need glue gun or nothing. Just bam, just pull them right off. And we're going to paint this all white. The cheesy thing is you won't have that design. That's again why I didn't want to use it for a battle van for the Punisher. Man, I love the battle van. Check out this picture of the battle van rolling through the French Quarter. This is one of my favorite Punisher stories. It's not the best Punisher story, but I like it because it's set in New Orleans. So yeah, man, the battle van is definitely a cool vehicle in the Marvel mythos. But yeah, man, this would be a little Hit Van Fisk property. So that's that, y'all. Look, all of these different pieces. There's a laptop right here. I believe this goes on the dashboard. That's where the steering wheel goes right there. I'll probably paint this a different color. I might paint it gray perhaps. I'm not sure. So I still got to decide on all of this. All of this stuff comes apart here, y'all. Here goes the little circuit board right here. You can see that's where the headlights are at. I'm going to try to reattach that, man. I'm just not sure if I'm going to be able to do it. But again, I might be able to figure it out. Okay, y'all. Let's see what we can do. And here we are with the finished product. I want to walk you through what I just did. But first, let me show you that you can actually, you can get a whole ton of figures on this van if you wanted to, all right? But right now, I have 5 figures attached to the van, okay? So I got Tombstone driving simply because he doesn't have any shooting hands. And I'm having a hard time getting his hands out to replace him with somebody else's. So I have him driving. I have Bullseye over in the passenger seat, pointing his finger at the victim and holding a bazooka. Here on top, I have Crossbones holding that semi-automatic weapon that came with Deathlock. In the back, I have Taskmaster holding a weapon. And Scourge is actually here on the inside. I don't know if you can see that rifle sticking out. That's a rifle window right there. And so I have him in the inside holding a rifle, pointing a rifle out toward the victim as well. So here you have 5 figures. Of course, you could see more figures. I mean, there's a lot of possibilities here. Along with having Crossbones up top, sitting up here in this tank up here. I mean, you could cut out a hole right here and have another figure coming out the top. So there's a lot of possibilities. This is just the way I wanted to customize it. And this is the beautiful thing about customization, is that you can allow your imagination to run wild. You could do whatever you want to. You could pick an inspiration. And that's what I did with my van. I actually used 2 different inspirations on my vehicle. You can see I have Fisk Properties written right here. I'm basing primarily the raggediness of the van on the Marcello property vans that roll around the city. And there's one, it's not a van, it's actually some kind of a car. I'm trying to recall what kind of car it is. I see it around town. That handyman actually wrote Marcello Properties, hand wrote with a marker on his vehicle. All right, so that's kind of the inspiration for this raggedy kind of handwritten Fisk Properties here. Because of course I'm basing Kingpin on Carlos Marcello, the mafia boss here in New Orleans. Now let me share my other inspiration for customizing the van. So Carlos Marcello was the boss of the New Orleans crime family from 1947 to 1983. His younger brother Joseph Marcello then became boss from 1983 to 1990. And then Anthony became boss from 1990 to 2007. Now, Corolla's underboss was Frank Gagliano. Frank Gagliano had a son named Joe Gagliano. And Joe Gagliano got busted with a sniper van, with a hit van. Alright? So I'm using a blend of the Marcello Properties vans that are used by his handyman, and Joe Gagliano's sniper van. Alright, this dude got busted with this van here in New Orleans, okay? And when the police pulled them over, they found a .22 caliber rifle with a scope on it and a silencer. The driver of the van was Dominic Guyot, alright? They both got busted. And so that's part of the inspiration here for this sniper window. Now, let me take these figures out of the van and we'll examine exactly what I did to it. Now, as I explained to you what I did to the van, I'm going to show you the materials that I used. Of course, you can see that the van is white. So what I did was I just basically used a white spray paint. This is the one I used, Rust-Oleum paint and primer. I used a flat white and I just spray painted the top portion and the bottom portion white. I initially wanted to go with 2 different colors, but once I saw Joe Gagliano's van and how it looked exactly, I went with all white. So I used this white paint right here. For the hubcaps and the dashboard, I used this particular spray paint right here. It's a hammered silver, okay? So I did both the hubcaps and the dashboard with that. And that's all of the spray paint I used. Now, once I had it spray painted, it was like really clean, and I didn't want a clean van because, of course, these vans used by the handyman, they're all beat up and they're raggedy. I took some black acrylic paint, and what I did was I went around it and weathered it a little bit with some bangs, some dents, made it appear like that, as you can see there. I wanted to kind of like outline some of the van here, I didn't want to highlight any of these flowerish things right here, even though it's still very visible. The door frame, kind of weathered that a little bit with black paint. You can look at, and you can see these holes here. I drilled the holes with a drill, and I use these 1x16 drill bits, so they work real well. So I just drilled holes throughout the van to make them appear as bullet holes. And once I did that, I used the black acrylic and I went into it. And then I went over it with this metallic silver paint right here to make the metal show from the actual base of the van. So those are the bullet holes right there. Put those bullet holes here in the back. Of course, you can see I wanted to outline the window here and some of the other features of the van. So I weathered all of that. Same thing here on this side, bullet holes. Look at that bazooka right there. And, you know, and things of that nature, dents in the van, this black stuff all over it, you know. And then what I did, you can see this brown all over it, and that's really what I used to kind of weather it as well. And what I did was I took some brown eyeshadow, and I just basically went around the van, and I just put eyeshadow all over it to kind of make it look weathered as well. So this stuff works real well, man. And you can go as crazy as you want with this stuff, or put some up here. You could look all around the van here. I put some up here. I added some down here at the bottom. Let's see. Yeah, put it all over this side right over here. So yeah, eyeshadow works well for that. You probably might notice that I did not put the tire cover back on. You know, to me it already looks cartoonish, the van, right? So I just thought that tire cover made it look even more cartoonish. So I didn't actually go with putting it back on. So I took it off. I didn't put this back on, and there's a few other pieces I never put on as well. This part goes right under the dashboard. I didn't put that back on either. And when you first buy the vehicle, and the figures do fit in there with this on there, okay? But if you remove this, it gives them more leg room, and they fit a little bit better in there actually, all right? So I didn't put this back in, nor did I put the electronics back in. I just went with not putting it back in. I opted for more leg room than using electronics. I didn't put these covers back over the headlights, y'all, simply because, you know, you can still get those lights to light up if you stick some type of LED light in there. So, you know, they could still function simply by putting the light inside. So I didn't go with putting any of those things back on. And to get this grill right here, what I did was I used some garden wiring here. You know, you can get this at Home Depot. And that's what I made this gate out back here. Working with this stuff, man, just be careful because it can cut your hand. Making that gate back there, I cut my hand several times with this stuff. Ripped part of my shirt because it got caught onto my shirt. And so, yeah, just be careful if you work with this. But you can get this at Home Depot in the gardening section. It's just basically the wiring you put around like a garden and protect it from, I don't know, from animals or whatnot, from eating your vegetables. So I just used that as a grill right here, man. And I think it came out real nice. I used duct tape right there. I taped it on. You could use construction paper to kind of lay it over there right there. Then tape the construction paper on, but I just went with duct tape all around, all right? So yeah, that's duct tape in there, and that's the grill. I just put the windshield back on, y'all. I did go ahead and put those stickers back on the back again right here. So I did that. And so yeah, on the dashboard, what I did, and this guy's away from seeing it, but let's see if I can get this closer in and catch this with a light. On that laptop in there, I actually took a picture that I took of the Kingpin Build-A-Figure, and I put his image there on the laptop as though he's communicating with, you know, his henchmen to execute either Spider-Man or Daredevil or Punisher or whoever you want to have these guys putting the hit on. So yeah, you could you know, customize that laptop and put whatever you want on it. You could put a map on there. So that's a really cool feature that comes with the van. Now let us take a look at the inside. So on Joe Gagliano's sniper van, you know, it was all scraped up on the inside, and he had 2 wooden chairs on the inside. Now I only put 1 wooden chair on the inside. I didn't go with 2. Simply because, you know, I wanted to leave room in case I wanted to sit some other figures down up in there or what have you. So what I did was I put 1 wooden chair in there, And as you can see, the inside of the van, Joe Gagliano's van, was all scratched up. So I put all of these scratches on the inside, and I basically used black acrylic paint to do that. Now, he had a sniper window on the back windshield, and he had a wooden chair facing this way. I didn't want to do that again because I wanted to be able to utilize this to have a guy hanging out the back, like you saw I had Taskmaster hanging out the back, or to shoot some guys in there if I ever wanted to do that for a photo shoot. Now, he only had one sniper window behind the passenger, the driver's seat of the van. I went ahead and put a sniper window on both sides, just, in case I wanted to take a picture of the van using it in this direction. So I did that. But as you can see inside there, man, and this is just a cool shot all by itself, man. I have Scourge in there sitting in a wooden chair, utilizing that sniper window with a rifle. And I took that rifle from the new Black Widow, the Target exclusive Deadly Origins. And so, yeah, man, I think it came out pretty good. As you can see back there, I painted the seat. I painted the seat black. All right, just black spray paint. Just spray painted it black. Did that. I put most of the stuff back on top. If these things go on sale, I think I'll buy another one. Hopefully they're going out to like $10. At my Walmart, I'm the only one that bought one. There's still two there. So I'm hoping they hit clearance. They go get a really deep discount on them. I'll buy another one. And what I'll do with the second one is I'll take all of this stuff off. And what you can do is just fill in all of the holes with caulk and smooth it real nice and then paint it. You can get rid of the stuff up here. But I opted to leave it here because I think that serves as like a good seating area. As you saw, I had crossbones up there thugging it out, man. So there's a lot of possibilities. Again, my inspiration was the Marcello Properties handyman vans and Joe Gagliano's sniper van from the New Orleans mob. And so that was my inspiration. You can use whatever inspiration you want. You can paint it whatever color you want. That's the beautiful thing about customizing it. So I just wanted to show you what I did with it. Some of the possibilities. Again, you can cut a hole on top to get a figure coming out the top if you wanted to. These sniper windows are bad. So there's just a ton of possibilities. And so, yeah, man, it's real simple. It's a lot of fun. And, oh, yeah, last thing, I used a Sharpie here on this handle right here. Here on this side. And I think I used a Sharpie right here on the rear view mirrors as well. So, again, the possibilities are absolutely limitless. And yeah, man, thank you guys for watching the video. If you haven't already, please subscribe, hit the notification bell, give the video a like. And until next time, les amis, as we say here in New Orleans, les éléments sont